Well, howdy y'all, this is Stone Hook in Orange, Texas. I started making this video a while ago how the agate slab, one of them was gifted to me, and just started on it. And going pretty good till I got right there. I missed about 3 times to the left and crumbled that edge, and then finally get where I wanted to, got that flake. But yeah, this big old bug about 2.5 inches long seemed like. He felt like 4 when he landed in the middle of my back. He been flying all around here. He landed upside down. There he is again, right now. I caught him and was showing him to you and everything, and went back to napping. And that camera just ran out of storage space. And somehow it deleted that video I was making there too, I guess. I don't know. But then I had to go through and delete half the stuff on it. Make some room. Little bug. Yeah, let me catch him again and show you. Yeah. Look at him. He got some feelers on him. Other than that, he's like that one from the other night. Look at him. He's trying to bite me. Yeah. You better get on out of here. Darn bug. Anyways, I was saying earlier, this agate's been eating my lunch. I had to, back in that video I did with the Georgetown slab, I had 2 agate slabs there in there I was going to work next, and I did, but it was such a disaster. That agate, this kind of seems like it got a little bit of layers like to it or something, but that was a white color when it was just so layered. I'd get some good flakes going, and then all of a sudden they just start coming to look like stair steps. And I kept fighting it, and little old cracks would develop. I even showed one of them here a while ago on that flake. And a little old crack developed right up in my flake score. And on that other piece, they would do that all the way through the rock. I never seen nothing like it hardly. I shortened it up about 4 times till there wasn't nothing left. Oh. And I've been trying to work on my hit accuracy. Sit down and just take a few hits every now and then. I think if I can just kind of sit back in my chair, relax, and get this rock in close to me, I do pretty good sometimes there. Make good straight down swings. I'm gonna try to knock off some of that mess right there. I need to get, that's my little platform right there, but I kind of need a flake in there to clean this up before I drive this flake, so it'll hopefully travel a little better. It's hard to say much about the agate, but I don't know. unsure what's gonna happen. If I keep it like that though, I think it's gonna be alright. That's just a big old lip on the edge of that bulb cushion there, so I really can't hit a flake right there right now. Even I need a flake right there, but all I can do is take a little short flake, get rid of that little ridge a little bit, and then enhance that bevel a little better. So I'm gonna try to get a little bitty, just a little bitty short flake right there or something, get rid of that ridge some. And just tap that edge right there just enough to move it over that tiny bit. My plan was to not get too carried away with this direct percussion and just kind of get a preform shaped up, then pressure flake it on out from there. See, that's a bulb cushion right there. Get them little lips on each side. I'm gonna try to knock them. Just take a little short flake, get them off each side, then that'll enhance this platform to get a flake right there. I turn that rock down with these little short flakes like this. Well, I guess I hit too short. I'm gonna do the same thing right there, just a little short flake on that little ridge beside that bulb of cushion. That flake was a little bigger than I anticipated, but it's good, it's got good contour. This little short flake, that sets up for this little low spot to make a big old good flake right there probably. It's so messed up over here. No way I can drive a flake that way anyway, so I'm gonna just enhance that bevel and set that platform up right there. But before I do that, got that little high spot right here. You can see it. I'll try to bunk that off of there. That's just been another little short flake. There's some of them layers in that agate showing up right there. You see them? Ooh. Kind of got it, but I'm gonna take another little short flake right there. Yeah, I'm gonna come right over here and just take some short flakes and try to set that up for a platform right there. If you grind that top edge just a little bit, boy, sure helps them top flakes come off. Maybe those short flakes come off real clean and easier because it lets your copper grab that edge. And I got my finger right there too, because I don't want these flakes to go nowhere hardly, just right there. Right there's the edge of a little ridge. All to do there, I'm gonna just grind down on it. And that strongest ground little spot right there, that's where I'm gonna hit. I think I'm gonna try to drive it right back this way a little bit, because I do got a platform right there probably. I got a big strong thick spot right there for a platform to drive a flake in right there. So I'm gonna try to shoot this one right that way. Ooh, I missed to the left. Darn it. Try too hard, I think, and I missed to the left. I'm gonna hit it again. Man, I got to get this flake. That flake kind of rolled out there. If you can see it, it went right over there and it rolled out. Made a sharp ridge. That thing would cut you, that little ridge right there, so sharp. Matter of fact, that flake went over there and rolled. I wish you could see that. It's tiny, but that flake went over there and tried to roll back 180 degrees and just kind of made a little concave curve in there with a perfectly sharp edge. You could shave with that little edge right there. It's amazing how a flake can just turn backwards like that. Matter of fact, I still got on here. It's a video I filmed the other night of making one of them Flint River slabs. It had some concrete in it too and broke in two pieces. I was gonna make two points out of it. The first one, I made a Folsom out of it. It turned out pretty good. It took about 2 hours. I forget what I was going to say about that. Man. I hadn't posted that video yet, though I need to do some editing on it. And it's like I say, it's 2 hours long. I might try to edit out parts of it just to shorten it up. I hit too deep up on there that time, and that made that flake just go in too short and rolled out too. If I'd have hit a little bit lower, it would have went right there and cleaned that up a little better. Now I got a big old knot sticking down on this side in my way, kind of. I'm gonna take short flakes right there. Well, I can't hit that little point right there like I need to. There. Still got a little spot right there. Need another flake. I hit too short. I kind of messed up my platform. I missed to the left that time. Got lucky, it kind of did a lot of good. Darn it. That's all I'm gonna do now. Well, I got a big old thick high spot right there I need to knock off of there for sure. Right there too. Kind of missed to the right on this one. I got to practice more something. That left me with just a little bit of a high spot and a ridge right there. I'm gonna try to run one more flake right up in there. Need another one right there, but I can pressure flake that, I think, just fine. I could probably pressure flake that too. I'm gonna move over right there. That's just a little bit of a kind of crumbled edge right there. I'm tempted to just pressure flake it because it's real close to the edge. And hitting that could sure mess things up if I drive a flake in there and break it off. Base still a little bit thick and out of shape too, but there again, I believe I'm more safer pressure flaking this rock than I am hitting on it, so I'm gonna get my pressure flaker out and zoom in and all that good stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with this agate preform. Turned out to be a big deal. I had to go on the sledgehammer and hammer my copper on the issue stick and go to the store. Anyway, this side right here is pretty nice. It just needs kind of short flake to just kind of blend in the contours. Base is still a little thick. But this side right here has got a lot of features that need to be refined. This side ain't bad right through here, but this side just a high spot right through there. It's kind of like a ridge. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna clean up the base first, kind of shape the base up. Really, because that's hard to tell what we got. I don't really have a hard time seeing this rock for some reason. The edges there at least. That flake's pretty good. That flake went too far, tried to cut in over there. I'm gonna go ahead come down this side now and take some short flakes down this side. That'll set me up. Try to move me over there and make sure I get this ridge cleaned up. That just about took care of the ridge. It still kind of got a little bit of a ridge right there. That ain't bad. I'm gonna go ahead and take them same kind of short flakes down this side right here. Smooth it out. There's still a divot in there too. That's a low spot, so that's gonna need more flakes for sure. Actually, I'm gonna take the little short flakes on this side first. That's kind of a lot of some cavities and stuff right there. That's kind of useless. Brush down on them, get rid of any of them little weak lip edges there. And then these will all just be little short flakes, just kind of pressing straight down. They just kind of get rid of that lipped edge, that little edge out there. There's only, I could probably push a flake right up that ridge right there. But them right there, they wouldn't go nowhere hardly. That's why I just need a little short flake to kind of blend it in. I'm gonna go ahead and push this one down that ridge a little bit, but it'll travel down that ridge on its own. Almost. I don't want it kind of smooth down the middle. So if it turns out good and smooth, I'm gonna try to flute the thing. I don't know if I showed this or not in that first video that when the camera messed up. I showed this other little point here. This was the other piece of that agate. I had a little seam in there. It's full of crystals. Had little crystals all in that seam. You can still see that little white line right there. That was that seam. It went over here and curved and stuff. Maybe get down to a little small point, but you fluted it fairly good. But there was some kind of features inside there or something. Made old half a base come off of it. But I'm gonna try that again. I think I need to have a little bit of preform though out there, just whittle down the button left hardly. bunch of that. That's the side had a big ridge on it right there. I get confused. What's even going on here, I guess. Now I reckon I'm gonna push this side, try to get something to clear that ridge right there a little bit first. Dang, there's that big old bug back. He just flew across my arm. Well, that's a hard broken off spot right there. Get out of that one there. That little broken plate right there. This plate's already cut off part of it, so I really can't take another plate right there. Might be able to sneak one in on this end of it. Well, I think I slipped. Slipped again. Got him at the time. Yeah, that knocked that little broken spot off just enough. I can drive another flake right beside that now. Yeah. Ooh, that broke off too. It's all that good for now. Go ahead and run down this side. That's what I'm gonna do while I go. These are just short flakes, so nothing fancy. Just so they're smooth is the main thing. Well, I should be paying attention. I got a little high spot right there I could have pressed off. Getting down where that indention is too, so I'm gonna try to push this flake right over into that indention. Ooh, that crumbled. That edge is just way too weak right there. It crumbled on me. Turn that plate all over here. That was good. That was kind of a high spot close to the base. Brush down on them, get rid of any lips. Then come back, any more ridges I got right in between there, I would press them, but I would like to be running my flakes from both sides of this thing at once. Kind of. Where that thing crumbled a while ago, it's kind of got a steep starting point there. And we'll move on over right here and get rid of all them little lips. Just take them little bevels right and run my flakes right back this way now. So these just kind of short. Still got a little bit of a high spot right there. If I could, that edge is kind of crumbling that on me. slipping. That edge is just, I didn't grind it very good right in the middle section though. For some reason. I was thinking I didn't need to, but that margin's got a big old bow to it, so I need to take the flakes off here just to kind of straighten it up. Well, I'm getting too narrow again though, like I did last night. It got too narrow by the time I got the preform shaped up like I wanted it. Well, slipping. I can't get a flake there unless I do for inlet too. Oh, I just made it so strong I can't do nothing with it. Yes, there you go. Man, I like that side. Pretty good. It's got a good profile for a flute. This side though has a little low spot right there. But the bass kind of goes that way anyway, so it needs some more off the bass right there. And after that, tip just needs a little straightening up right in there. I get the bass thinned out, tip thinned out a little bit. I think it'll be alright too. I'm gonna go from the bass. I need to shorten it up because I kind of lost some of my corners. I'm gonna shorten it up a little bit. I need to run some flakes just like right to there. And that would get that bass pretty much shaping up. Oh, then there might be a little high spot left right there due to that low spot. You have to see. That went too far. Dadgummit. Well, I'm gonna have to just take a little more width off right here and clean that up. That margin takes a dive over here anyway, close to this edge. This one don't really know. That one just kind of crumbled. Oh, it crumbled again. That profile does look a whole lot better right there now, but that leaves a little high spot right there. That just crumbled. Darn it. Dang, that just moved the high spot on down right there. Well, I think I'm just going to have to narrow it up a little bit more right back here. A little bit of mass right there I need to get off. And this margin is still crooked. Of course, look, there's a fail. Got a little bit too much shoulder right there. I'm going to take off there. If you look down that margin, you see it can move over this way a little bit and get a little bit of mass off right there. that kind of, that really helps straighten out that margin a lot. A little bit of thickness right there. Well, I can't do much else with it. I'm gonna call that good. It looks a little bit like a high spot right there. Maybe a low spot right there. Yeah, it is when I really look at it. So I really got, man, I should have did a better job pushing them plates over there and getting that mass off. It'd be hard to flute past that right there. I think I'm gonna lose. I can't afford to lose no more width. I'm gonna take off some off the base. Get me another bevel there. And this time try not to drive these flakes too far like I did last time. I really need the flake to go and just turn that smooth right there. Take out them little hinges. It didn't really terminate all that smooth. I should have pressed that one harder too because I left a little ridge right there. But I think that'll work. I think I got just enough that high spot out of the way. I really wish I would have pressed that ridge a little better. No. I think I should even just shorten it up that little bit more. Oh, I goofed up. I need this flake to come right up that little ridge and terminate right there. terminate a little bit smoother than that. But I don't call that good, but the more I look at it, there's a little high spot right there too. Dang. I don't see all this till it's too late. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and set a platform and try to flute it. That's all I got left. I'm gonna flute this side first. Kind of thick right there, so I believe I'm gonna push a couple flakes back this side and re-bevel it. I don't know if I did any good with them flakes or not. One of them went far enough, the rest of them kind of went so short. I don't think it changed anything. Boy, ended up having some big ears too. Done notching in that deep on the first flute. That's got to be it. It's got a heavy bevel. I'm going to sharpen this point just a little bit. Kind of got pretty flat little birds on it. And this here, I like to mark the center of my point. Right where the platform needs to be right there. We'll just step in here a little way, take those kind of pushing outward. Take a little flick. You kind of step in a little bit higher. Take another flick. And do the same thing over here. Darn, that plate was way bigger. Golly. I know what I did. I pressed too straight in. I didn't turn. I should have pressed way more straight out that angle. That just kind of cut in underneath my platform. Feeling of it, I got a little bit more mass right in here. If I could just get some of that off, I think I'm gonna have to take one more flake right there. Man, that was too big of a flake, too steep. But that's what I got. So I'm gonna make a real sharp point back on this tip. Take them little release flakes. Those flakes are so deep up there. I'm gonna take my little release flake. Well, it's hard. It's back about like right there. That just humbled. One little release flake just kind of crumbled. They look like they just about hit dead center line almost, so maybe just a hair below center line. I'm gonna round this tip off just a little bit. I'm just gonna keep it dead center of the profile this time. Sometimes I'll bevel it to one side or the other, whichever side I'm fluting. And I don't know that that even helps. Well, I just need to grind that platform real nice and flat. Make sure it's good to square with the axis of the point. It's pretty good. It's kind of a triangle shaped platform. I like a rectangle shape normally, but I guess the only difference here is just the square corner is missing off the rectangle. I think I got it crooked that time. I can't always see it. I want to lightly grind the tip too so it won't sink in the antler hardly at all. I'm going to bear it down on the antler. Put a bunch of pressure down, clamp it in a little holder like that. Put a bunch of pressure down on that nipple. If it don't release, I'll tap it. I'll be right back. Well, it's been 47 minutes. That thing about this here just takes me too long. But I'll be back. Well, it fluted pretty good. Till it got right down here at the end, then it run off this side a little bit. I hate that too, because you can see, it's hard to show that. You can see how that flute terminated dead center. So that's right where the tip was. Kind of broke off a little bit too, but I wish I would have beveled it to this side a little bit. That way if I'd have beveled it to this side, it would have kept that flute just a little bit more onto this, over on this side of the point. That's no big deal, I guess. All I'm gonna do now is just come here and just shorten this thing up. Put a more Folsom looking tip on there too. I'm gonna go ahead and take the flakes off of this side just to kind of balance that flute where it ends there out, I think. This can be kind of tricky. Make the flute and the point, everything line back up after you shorten it up. I kind of got both sides semi-matching now. Center line ain't exactly the same because this has got some shoulders all the way down to there. This side don't really. Oops. There's a little cricket. He's a youngster. Fish bait. Well, these flakes right here really are straight down, not pushing in at all. If you pushed in, they'd run out in that flute channel. Well, they're already tried to. I don't think it really matters right here because they're going to have to run out in that flute channel just to get the shape. I'm just trying to work it down to where it's even kind of here, and got a good profile on this side too. It needs a little more work though. I don't know, it's pretty close, I think. It's hard to say. The margin just ain't very straight right there above the tip though now. This needs side, I gotta take some more off the tip on this side. Yeah, I think that just made all the difference in the world, getting the right shape and the right contour on both sides. That margin's still a little bit crooked, but I can see now how to straighten up nice. So. We're at with that flake kind of, that flute ripples right there, kind of messing me up. One wants to travel and then the next one don't. Yeah, that helped. I shouldn't be getting too concerned about this really, but it really does kind of matter that everything is balanced. Just helps that flute travel smooth. Well, I'm gonna call that it on the remodeling of the tip. It looks pretty close to balanced. It's got a nice little ridge all the way down to the end, so it ought to flute right to the tip. only other issue I see is it does still have a little bit of a swag to it. I think the center of it's pretty good right there, so in another 12 minutes, I'm gonna grab a little shot of coffee, and I'll be right back. Set up that fluting nipple. You can see my finger through this thing now. Everything backwards in that camera. It looks like you need to move your finger one way, but you gotta move the other way. But I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I took a minute to go run out the garden and pick these tomatoes. They just starting to turn, but we've been getting so much rain, I'm afraid they're rotten. And stink bugs will show up. So, I'm gonna show you that real quick. But back on this little dude, got the tip straightened up pretty good, so I just need to clean up the base. Look at them lines in there, how they come down and fork off. I mean, it's almost scary looking. It looks like a crack, but it's not really a crack. So, something about that agate, it's like a layer or something maybe. I don't really know. But first flute's always seems pretty easy. And the second flute is bad about not cooperating. I want to just lightly grind down on them, get rid of the little hair lips. And I'm gonna just seat my tool right on that little ridge, try to press flake right up that ridge and terminate like right there. If you press too hard, they'll follow up that ridge way up here. Oh, I didn't get nothing before it gave away on me. Darn it. Didn't really get it that time either. I don't know, it didn't give away before I was ready. Yeah, that went a little bit better. See, it just went right up there and terminated. Sad that it didn't do too good. It's already starting to crumble. But anyway, I just got to come there now anyway. I'm going to make my bevel back over to this side. There's a lot of crumbling going on right through there. It's pretty good bevel. That side there, you look, it's got a little knot or something going on right there. So I'm gonna just take some little bitty flake. Right there. good except a little bit of contour right there. If I can get one flake right there. Clean that little contour up for the most part. Anyway, that's my bevel. I don't typically have this big of ears by right now. I'd rather pretty big old ears back there. Add that a little bit like this. I'm gonna flake this side first this time. Just get a little flake, step up a little bit more flake. Look, I done took that ear off. I didn't mark center either. I want my platform to be right there. Just step it in and up a little bit. Dang, I didn't push that flake very far. Just a little baby short flake. This next one, I gotta push it further in there. Be my last one. I think that's just enough. I might as well go ahead and shorten this ear up like that other one. That looks pretty good, I think. This side could have been a little bit deeper. And I'm going to go ahead and sharpen my point back up real sharp, take them little release flakes. Again, this time I'm not going to take them all the way back as deep as I can. I'm going to step up to like about right there. Just take a little bit. Boy, it's hard for me to see that. Nice little clean release flake. That wasn't a very good release flake there though, darn it. Yeah, I need to try to get that a little better. It's really important to get that release flake one good deliberate first try. So you got a nice clean flake. I can't even see it. Man. It's hard to say, but I think I got this release flake closer to this side than this one. But if you look at this side of them right there, I think that's a little bit closer. It's hard to say. I just can't see. I need to check my glasses or something. My normal glasses broke. I went and got these here. They just reading glasses. I can't see much on here. That's why I'm always feeling everything, see how it feels, because I can't really see it that well. Now that tip, it's so close to this side, I just can't help but want to I'm gonna barely blunt it off a little bit right there. See, that just kind of beveled it a little bit farther to this side. So that's that right there, that point, that's exactly where that flute's going to travel to. So hopefully here we'll do just like that other one, except it'll get thinner as it goes. Terminate right there. Hard to see them pencil marks. Anyways, we'll go chuck it up in the Solberger jig and see a little piece sticking out right there a little bit. I'm gonna just touch that with a pressure flaker. They bad about losing ears on this second pass, this second flute too. So anything kind of irregular right here where it's clamping in that jig, just put pressure on the ear. I want no pressure on the ears. But that's it. I'll be right back. Oh man, you ain't gonna believe it, but I had this thing chucked up in there, had the perfect amount of pressure on it. Everything was exactly like it should be. And when I went to tap it with that little piece of wood, I missed the top of my bit. It's so short, I'm almost hitting the ears of the tip, so I'm kind of leery of hitting it like that. But the back of the board tapped the bit, and this is what I got. Just a little old half of a flute got started, and then crumbled up what was left over there.